Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I appreciate my friend yielding me this time. First of all, I think our friend from Georgia needs some responding to in terms of the issue of the price of gas today. And I just want to point out, it's false to say, what is false is Republicans, not Democrats, advocated and tried to pass legislation to increase the gas tax on Americans, offering legislation that would cost American drivers $800 million. That was a GOP motion to recommit on H.R. 2776 on August 4, 2007, and that data comes from the Joint Commission on Tax. And the fact is, not a single Democrat, member of the Democratic caucus, supported the Republican effort to increase the gas tax on American families. That comes from Roll Call 34. The fact is that the Democratic leadership has not brought forward a bill to increase the gas tax on drivers, only your side of the aisle. Another point, dealing with the pay-fors in this legislation, I just want to point out one of the pay-fors is the worldwide interest allocation. Would bring in $24 billion raised to help pay for what we're attempting to do here. And I know my friend Mr. Hastings was making reference to this, that these are simply tax increases. The provision that we're talking about specifically in worldwide interest allocation, $29 billion. If so, if this is a tax increase, I just want to remind the gentleman that in H.R. 3221, the Ways and Means Amendment to the Democratic Home Ownership Rescue Bill, that the same provision was included in that bill, in which 95 members of your party supported it, including Mr. Hayes, Mr. Porter, Mr. Ramstad, Mr. Hulshoff, Mr. Reichert, Mr. Buchanan, Mr. Camp, Ms. Capito, Mr. Shabbat, Mr. Diaz-Balart, Mr. Johnson, Mr. Keller, Mr. Nolenberg, Mr. Shays, Mr. Lewis, Mr. Linder, Mr. Wahlberg, Ms. Drake, Mr. English, Mr. Fosella, Mr. Gerlich, Mr. Murphy.
Additional minute.
Gentleman recognized for additional minute.
Mr. Weller, Mr. Wilson, and Mr. Young. If these are tax increases, I just want you to know, for the record, that in the previous bill that was passed this House, 95 members of your caucus supported the identical provision that is in this bill. And with that, I will yield back the balance.
Gentleman yields back his time. Gentleman from Washington.